Hey guys, today we need to talk about something that is hemorrhaging throughout the United States. And what I'm talking about is car parts. Parts for your vehicle. That's right. It is getting harder and harder for people to buy parts for their vehicles, especially the American made ones. So, all your Dodges, your Hemi engines, yeah, a friend of mine owns a 2016 Dodge. I forget what it is. I don't know if it's a Hellcat, but he cannot get gaskets for that vehicle. And he just emailed me and asking me if I knew anyone that would be able to get gaskets. And I don't know because I never owned a car like that, and I didn't know what to tell him. I called a few of the auto parts places around in the part of California that I live in, Bakersfield. No one has them. So I went to Los Angeles, couldn't find them anywhere. I called about 30 places. I'm serious. No one could get those. I even called a few dealerships. The dealerships didn't even have them. And they said that they may not ever see them. What's happening with our car parts? Is is it is it going toward that the government is actually um, making our parts impossible to buy because of the new regulations that they want to put in place of people only buying electric vehicles? So the only way to get rid of gas powered vehicles is just, hey, don't sell parts no more. We forbid you to sell parts, and that's it. Yeah, that's where I'm going down. That's where my mind goes. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think I'm right. And I think that the the more and more peoples whose cars break down, they're going to have a harder time finding parts to fix those. And that's going to make it hard on mechanics. Mechanics are even a few that I just talked to today have told me that, yeah, they have had certain type of cars that they can't fix because they can't get parts. They go to junkyards, they can't get the parts. There's nothing. And this is becoming reality. One guy that I actually talked to on the phone just about maybe 2 hours ago told me that he has a Ford truck that's 2 years old and he can't even find parts for it. And he's still making payments on it. And it's only 2 years old, people, 2 years old. And he can't find parts for it. And he told me that this is getting worse and worse throughout the United States and across the world. And he knows people that lives in the UK. He knows people that lives in Russia. He knows people that lives all over the place, car mechanics, and they can't even find him parts in those places to ship to him. This is getting bad. Parts on vehicles, and no one's talking about this. So you may not even hear about this. I don't know. Maybe you could jump on YouTube and hear some mechanics talking about it. I'm not sure, but all I know is a buddy of mine is having a hard time finding parts for a 2016 Dodge Hellcat or whatever it is. You know, this is what I'm saying. Government control. I think the government has a big part in this. I think they don't want us to drive these vehicles no more. The best way to get them off the street is to stop selling parts. If you can't buy parts, then you can't drive the car and you got to sell the car and get rid of it and junk it. And then you're stuck without a vehicle. So you go out and buy another used vehicle. It breaks down. You can't buy parts. And you're just buying vehicle after vehicle after vehicle, and you're wasting so much money, and they're getting rid of them as you're getting rid of them. It's cleaning up, and they just want to dominate with the electric vehicles. Now here's the problem with electric vehicles that I have is you have no control over your electric vehicle. If you miss a payment, they shut it down. You're a paperweight. If you're a bad guy and you want to take off from the police and make the police chase you, they push a button, the car shuts down. It's a paperweight. You can't drive it. If you lose your license, boom, they can shut the car down for any little thing. You forget to register your vehicle, you don't have insurance on your vehicle, boom, they press a button, the car's shut down, you can't drive it till you get insurance on it. They will have full control over these electric vehicles. And not saying the payments, oh my goodness, your DMV, wherever you live, Department of Motor Vehicles, or whatever it is you pay that yearly taxes and registration on that car for, is going to go up triple or even quadruple because of how heavy they are, how they're going to mess up the roads. And yeah, and on top of that, the price to fix these cars is going to be outrageously expensive. So yeah, that's another thing that you got to look for, is that expensive part, man. It's going to cost so much money. But is this the way the United States is going today? Is this is what we have to look forward to in our future 30 years from now? Is there even going to be gas stations anymore? I mean, I see gas stations opening up across the city where I live and across everywhere. Every day, truck stops and gas stations are building up with gas. And throughout California, why are they doing this? And then the government's trying to shut gas powered cars down. So it's like a game between the gas stations and the electrical part of it. And you don't see uh, large stations for EVs to go just to power up. And although I did see one probably about 20 miles from where I live, there's a huge Tesla charging station. Um, One day I'll go take a look at it, but it's a huge Tesla station. It's about 20 miles from where I live. I seen it on the way back from Sacramento. Um, yeah, but it still isn't enough. Come on. As many gas powered cars are on the road today, there could not be enough facilities to charge all these gas powered cars. So once you get rid of gas powered cars, and there is no more gas powered cars, our electrical grid isn't strong enough to charge all these cars, plus run these sky-rise buildings, plus run your homes. Yeah, I just don't see that much energy efficiency around our country to be able to charge all these um, powered vehicles that takes a lot of energy to be able to charge them to get them to roll down the street. And then on top of that, mechanics. Oh my goodness. Uh, the same friend that can't buy parts, he's also going to school to learn how to fix these electric vehicles. And he says there's a lot of programming involved. Programming. And he says a lot of these vehicles, believe it or not, cannot be fixed. You have to like buy all new parts. You can't fix the part. You have to get rid of the part and buy a $10,000 part for it, or a $3,000 part, or a $20,000 part. He says that, these parts are unfixable, or at least they won't allow you to fix them. So they want you to buy the entire part, which is half of the price of the car that you pay for. And yeah, he said that he knows a guy that owns one of these Teslas, and his insurance is almost $400 a month just for his insurance. Are you kidding me? $400 a month for insurance? I don't know if any of this is true. I'm just telling you, you could look it up yourself. I'm not going to look it up because I'm never going to buy one. If I have to get an electric powered bicycle, which that's another story because our government's trying to get rid of those now, but I don't know. It is what it is, people. Um, do your research. Just don't take what I'm saying. Don't listen to me because I'm a nobody. Anyway, but I am Wayne, and I'll talk to you on the next one.